Many years ago, when my little sister was in a high school band, she had the amazing opportunity to travel with the band to exotic California and play some concerts. They were all very excited, and it was going well until one night tragedy struck. After a concert, the band was eating in a fast food place when a group of gang members fired into the restaurant. They began firing, and my sister was shot. She lived through the experience, but it was a long and painful recovery. However, during her hospital stay, something happened which brightened her life. At that time, there was a popular soap opera star, an extremely handsome young man who was the heartthrob of many in the country. He read about the tragedy in the paper and was very moved. Without hesitation, he went to visit my sister at the hospital. We can imagine how delighted this teenage girl was. She couldn't believe her eyes. He brought her flowers and candy and autographed a picture of himself for her. So even despite the bullets and the hospital, she became the envy of all her classmates who were there. It was a simple thing that this young man did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He came to bring a little joy to someone in pain. This is exactly what Mary, the mother of Jesus, did. She heard about someone else going through a difficult time. Her cousin Elizabeth, an older woman, was with child. Mary knew how difficult these months would be for her. She did not think of herself, but of the other, and rushed to visit her and help. Filled with the Spirit, Elizabeth recognized that what Mary was bringing to her was nothing less than the presence of God. Love itself had come to visit her. Even the little budding John the Baptist leapt for joy in the womb. In German-speaking countries, this incident has a strange name. It is called Mariä Heimsuchung, an archaic word found now only in this context. In its original meaning, it simply meant Mary's visiting a home. Not visiting Elizabeth, not coming to see John the Baptist, but visiting a home. I have always found it intriguing that the emphasis was on the home being visited. In her womb, Mary was carrying the divine presence in a unique way, but she was carrying it in another way as well, in the same way the television star had brought the divine presence to my sister. For it was the love in their heart which drove them both to visit someone in need and bring a little joy to a suffering heart. Mary brought the divine presence, and it was received with joy. God's presence found a home there, because it awakened in Elizabeth that same presence inside her. It awakened in the little baby the joy that made him dance. When that young man visited my sister, he didn't have much to bring. He brought his celebrity, which thrilled my sister. He brought his good looks, which thrilled her even more. He brought some flowers and some candy and some autographed pictures, but what he mainly brought was the love that prompted him to go in the first place. That visit, that sacrifice of time which he made for a little girl in need of joy, was the presence of God. And it was this that he brought into the room. At that moment, love found a home. I don't know if that young man was Jewish like Mary or Catholic like my sister, or if perhaps he had no religion at all. It doesn't matter. He was carrying the presence of God. And that presence, that love, found a home in the heart of this little girl. Mary also did not have much to bring. She was not a wealthy woman and was, of course, also in a weakened physical state. But she carried love into that home, where it found a home inside Elizabeth, and the infant leapt for joy. When the young man visited my sister, he wasn't able to take away the wounds of the bullets or of the operation or of the traumatic experience. She was still in pain. But the love he brought aroused in her heart the joy which made it so much easier to bear. That love, that presence of God, made all the difference. Let us too carry God to others, as did Mary, so that through us, love may always find a home.